Whatever it is, make it MasterCard. Switch to card for all your payments. Make it MasterCard when creating memories with those you love. Make it MasterCard when streaming your favorite music album or TV series. Make it MasterCard when doing your usual supermarket run, in-store or online. When filling up your tank for a thrilling road trip, make it MasterCard, the safe and convenient way to pay. MasterCard. Priceless.
Are you covered? In fact, how much do you know about motor insurance? Do you know exactly what it takes to make sure that your car is all-round covered the way it really needs to be? To make the right choice when choosing a motor insurance policy, you need to talk to the right people. Dunwell Insurance offers competitive rates and a choice of covers ranging from third-party cover, third-party fire and theft cover to comprehensive cover. At Dunwell Insurance, we delight in paying personal attention to our esteemed customers and ensure prompt payment of claims. So if you didn't know, now you know. Dunwell Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
In your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is all.
In this case, the fact that persons engaged in illegal trading of forex have been arrested by the Bank of Ghana in collaboration with the Ghana Police Service. We're getting on to Zoom shortly and we're finding out more about that. But are you ready for the World Cup on GoTV? It will be bigger and better as we bring you all 64 games live, while Ghana gets ready to cheer on our Black Stars to the top. Follow the team's preparations as it begins the journey to Qatar with some friendlies. Raymond Acquah is scared. GoTV gives you a front row seat as the Black Stars take on the Seleção of Brazil on Friday. That's tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Be assured that we will not win that match.
Why?
We will not win that.
But if you, why you are starting SHS? Then the exams you want to take is university courses.
No, but the thing is that if you compare yourself to a dwarf, you would always be tall. So to play with the best.
Oh, Jaja, you made. See, I'm afraid for the coaches. This country, if we lose matches, people will start. You see what they are doing to the
if he loses rough, we sack him.
This coach that we are pampering small. That we are. If we don't take care, people will forget that we're Ghanaian coach. They will ask that you should leave immediately.
It's a friendly game,
Anyway, hold on, guys. So, will the Black Stars prove their skeptics like Raymond Acquah wrong with a victory, or it will be business as usual? We have played Brazil 4 times at the senior level, no draw, no victory. We've scored 2 goals, conceded 13 goals. Stay connected with as little as 50 Ghana cedis and see all the new additions to the Black Stars team in action. Indeed, better football days here. GoTV, love it, 13.
Charlie, it's the worst of the places to start this engagement. I mean, clearly.
This is 2022. Relax.
Why, with Inaki something?
Listen,
Inaki Williams.
Opt for an easier, faster way to self-register your Airtel Tigo SIM with the GH SIM Self-Rec app. Now you can easily register your Airtel Tigo number from the comfort of your home, your office, or wherever you are. Just you and the GH SIM Self-Rec app. First, download the GH SIM Self-Rec app from the Google Play Store. Set up your account by entering your Airtel Tigo number, email address, full name, and 4-digit PIN sent over SMS. Then log into your new account, follow all the prompts, and make a payment of 5 cedis via your AT Money wallet or any bank card to complete your SIM registration. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now and register your Airtel Tigo number today. Airtel Tigo, life is simple.
And are you planning to study in the UK or Ireland in 2023? It is time to make progress with your study abroad journey. Study abroad is much easier with the right information, and that is why Study Worldwide Intake Ghana was made just for you. Meet and chat with over 50 top UK and Irish universities. This event is happening in Accra on Tuesday, 18th October 2022 at the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and in Kumasi on Wednesday, 19th October at the Golden Beam Hotel from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is free. Register now on intake.education/joyfm. Intake.education/joyfm or call 0596 081424. 0596 081424.
Now, are you ready to wake up the champion in your child today? That's right. Don't just wake up your child. Help wake up the champion in them with energy from Milo with Active Go and other foods. Your child needs all the help they can get as they go through their daily activities. Milo with Active Go contains the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa and is a source of vitamins and minerals. Energize them with a nourishing cup of Milo every day. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
Right, so let's get into our conversation now, and it's a very important conversation. We've been talking about the Ghana city. We've been talking about the role that the black market plays in all of this. Well, this morning we're going to be talking to the Bank of Ghana, and we're speaking to Sarpong, who is head other financial institutions supervision department of the Bank of Ghana. But before we hear from him, first let's hear from the head of Forex Bureau at the Central Bank, Acquah, after the action was conducted. She's been speaking to the media. Listen to her, and then we get to speak to Sarpong.
It's causing a lot of havoc to our Ghana cedis, our sole currency. And even though we keep on telling everybody to engage with the licensed ones, we see a lot of people, and most of them are not licensed. Today, the people we arrested are not even Ghanaians, and they come into our system and distort everything that we think is lawful.
So that's Acquah Tortu there, but let's get to Sarpong. Good morning, Yao, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning to you and good morning to your listeners, and thank you so much for having us.
Indeed, we're grateful that you made time to join us. So, the first question people would really want to find out is, while this is commendable, why now? Why taking that step now?
Okay, so what I would say is that this exercise is part of our broader strategy to sanitize the forex market. You may be aware that in recent times, we have stepped up our mystery shopping and spot checks, and even some licensed bureaus were found culpable. So this exercise is part of a broader strategy to sanitize the market.
And that broader strategy, how long is it going to last?
Well, it's a strategy that we are going to implement for the long run. So this is not going to be a 9-day wonder. We have stepped up these activities of ours, the mystery shopping, the sport checks, and these soups will also continue.
Okay, so I've been reading the story. One of the things I've seen is that 76 persons, majority not Ghanaians, when they were arrested, did they have foreign currencies on them?
Yes, they had foreign currencies, Ghana cedis, and even counting machines with them.
And so these foreign currencies, what was the total sum that they had with them?
Well, as at now, I don't have the figures, but the exhibits are currently with the police.
Okay, so what would happen to the foreign currency, for instance? I'm interested. Yes, they've been arrested. They're engaged in, illegal trading. What happens to the money?
So for now, the police is keeping the money as evidence, as exhibits, and as the prosecution process starts, I'm sure there'll be a determination as to how the money will be used.
So Just by way of information, which areas were these persons arrested at?
So from Accra Central area, Kimbu, Circle, and also the Rollins Park area.
Great. Now, yes, you're arresting them, but the other question also is, how are you ensuring that even as you arrest them, you have more people doing the right things and not just resorting to an illegality and then you go ahead and arrest them?
So what we are doing, step up our education. If you are interested in the business of exchanging money, you have to come to Bank of Ghana, apply for a valid license, and operate legally. And we are also educating the public not to patronize these illegal operators, because it's a crime to patronize their activities. This is the education that we want to give to the public. There are licensed bureaus all across the country. We have over 400 of them in the country. And if you need foreign currency for anything, just walk into a licensed bureau and exchange your money. Don't deal with the illegal operators, because it's a crime to deal with them.
We'll come to working into a licensed forex bureau, because there's been a lot of concerns with that one in particular. But talking about the areas, someone sent a message to me this morning that said, did it involve the Kotoka International Airport under the trees? You find persons there engaging in, forex trading illegally. They just see you, walk up to you and say, I'll give you better rates, and that's it. Did it involve them?
Yes, so we have identified hotspots across the country, and this first exercise targeted the areas I mentioned. I'm sure the longer strategy will tackle all hotspots that we have identified.
Mr. Sarpong, and I started by asking why now, because this is not the first time that you've conducted such a swoop. I think about 3 or 4 months ago, you conducted another one. And then this is the next time we're hearing that you've done this. You've talked about a longer strategy. How sure are we it is not one of those? We do it, we talk about it, then we go to sleep, then we start a conversation about a depreciating Ghana cedi, and then we come back to it again.
Okay, so in order to ensure that this exercise is sustained, we have put together a task force specifically for this, and the task force will be responsible for these exercises. We have the Ghana Police Service and Bank of Ghana collaborating, and we believe that we can sustain this exercise, in the long term.
Mr. Sarpong, what is this supposed to do to the depreciating cedi? The action that you've just taken, the number of people that you've arrested?
Well, we are not saying that the activities of the swoop that we conducted is the sole panacea to the depreciation cedi. We want to sanitize the market, but as a broader strategy, the Bank of Ghana is implementing so many measures to help stabilize the cedi, and we believe that sanitizing the market is also part of that strategy.
Do you have an understanding in terms of why a lot of Ghanaians find it convenient using these illegal persons in dealing with forex instead of just walking into a designated forex bureau?
Yeah, my view is that these operators are not licensed. They don't comply with any rules. They don't have any overheads, so they are able to offer maybe rates that attract their customers. But as we've indicated, it is illegal. It is illegal to do that. So you have to deal with the licensed bureaus, if you need foreign currency or exchange money.
Do we know how many of them we have, and is this only in Accra, because there are 16 regions?
Yes, so across the country, we have identified hotspots. We have areas in Kumasi that we have earmarked, and all around the country. And very soon, we'll be going after them as well.
Mr. Sarpong, we cited, I think, Egypt and South Africa, where, well, with our little experience, you will not even get anybody walking up to you to tell you there's an alternative, but you just have to go to the Forex Bureau and you must take your passport. What is our challenge? Why aren't we able to also do this?
So for now, that is our target. We want to emulate the good examples that you have cited. And as part of our strategy, for example, we are also trying to roll out a system that will let us even monitor these transactions even in real time. That is the destination we want to get to, and we believe that these steps that we are taking will take us there.
So for now, what do I need if I go to a Forex Bureau? Because was it Winston or somebody who sent us a message that they needed to use their Ghana card? My fear is if we insist on only the Ghana card, then we may be creating another problem.
So Bank of Ghana has indicated that we have to use the Ghana card as the sole ID for financial transaction. So if you want to deal with a Forex Bureau, just walk into the Forex Bureau, give your ID, and also insist on your receipt.
But not all persons have the Ghana card. The NIA has not given itself any limit in terms of when it would finish issuing the cards.
Yes, so if you are a foreigner, you are allowed to use your foreign passport. But if you are a Ghanaian, you have to use the Ghana card. And we want to use this opportunity to encourage, our people to, as much as possible, try and secure the card so that it can facilitate your financial transactions.
Now, before I get back to the system you're putting in place, talking about getting people to try and get a card so that they can actually do this. The reality on the ground is, and as Mamavi puts it, the National Identification Authority has not given itself a deadline. It's work in progress. So if we have a card that doesn't have a deadline, being the only document to do so, why don't we give people another chance? Because at the end of it, you want to ensure that you're able to monitor the foreign exchange, in the country. Why wouldn't you give it another option, apart from just the Ghana card?
Yeah, I'm sure that the authorities who assess the situation, the authorities here at Bank of Ghana will also assess the situation to make a determination. But for now, the notice that we put out there stated that the Ghana card should be the sole ID for financial transactions.
Well, I was asked for my Ghana card yesterday, which I provided, but you talked about a system that you want to put in place, modeled on what we have in Egypt and South Africa. One of the things we do well in this country is to tell you we are building a system. We never put a deadline to it. So the next time I come back to you, say, oh, we are still working on the system. When are you looking at completing this system so that we don't come back and start this conversation all over again?
Yeah, so currently the process is going on. We are seriously at it. And I'm very certain that in the very, very short time, the system will be rolled out. But to give us a particular date, it will be difficult for me to say now. But what I can assure you and your listeners is that we are working hard at it, and very soon it will be rolled out.
And the system will be rolled out next year?
I'm sure that it will be done as soon as practicable.
As soon as practicable. Okay. But, because, Acquah talked about how this distorts our financial system. The fact that persons who are engaged in Forex illegally, their actions distort our financial systems. One of the things that we are worried about also, and even the IEA recently talked about it, we've seen lots of people pricing in dollars. You've been issuing, statements condemning it and saying people should not be issuing in dollars. But that has not stopped, for instance, the real estate and even hotels in this country from issuing rates in dollars. What are you, apart from the swoop in dealing with it, what else are you doing when it comes to the real estate, persons and hotels and all those who are quoting in dollars?
Yes, so this area is also engaging our attention. And apart from the notices that we have issued, we have taken on institutions that have that we're pricing in dollars. And anytime it comes to our attention, we try to deal with it. So I will encourage the general public, if you are aware that people are pricing, advertising, and pricing, advertising in foreign currency, you can report to Bank of Ghana and we will take action. It is our collective responsibility. So if you bring it to our attention, we'll take the necessary steps to deal with the situation.
Mr. Sarpong, just today, I can tell you, and you could just pick your phone and call hotels in Accra and other parts of the country, they'll give you quotes in dollars. Just right now. You can go around, pick, get onto the various social media, platforms. You would see entities that are advertising and giving prices in dollars. Does that have to, involve the public coming to report? The Bank of Ghana can always get that. It's obvious all over the place.
So the ones that comes to our attention, we'll deal with them. But what I would say is that we need everybody on board, the media and everybody. So if somebody comes to your station, your platform, wanting to advertise in dollars, you have to let the person know that this is illegal and you don't want to be associated with it. We have to let the advertising agencies also know that, and we have done that. So I'm sure that if we all collaborate, we can deal with this situation.
Yes, but the point is that while we all have to collaborate, I'm saying that if you're asking us to come to you, and if all of us start calling the Bank of Ghana to say this person is quoting in dollars, the Bank of Ghana can easily identify these institutions that are quoting in dollars. And I've just given you one. I say the hotels. You go out there, it's obvious, they're quoting to you. You go there, it's in dollars. Recently, somebody told me that he wants to go to a hotel and they're charging him, $3,000. $3,000. I have a friend who called another hotel and he was asked to pay $2,500. It's all over the place. So how about the Bank of Ghana? Just like you've conducted a swoop on illegal, forex dealers, why don't you do same with these hospitality sector and real estate agencies or companies that are also engaged in giving out quotes in dollars?
Yeah, actually, this area, as I indicated earlier, is engaging our attention. And we have teams out there that identify some of these institutions for us to deal with them. I want to re-echo that it is illegal to price or advertise foreign currency unless you have permission from Bank of Ghana to do that. There are a few institutions in the country that, by the nature of their operation, have been able to secure exceptions. But other than that, it is illegal for you to do that. And we will step up on our own. Bank of Ghana will step up, our monitoring to make sure that we eradicate this. But we want to encourage the general public to also bring them to our attention when they notice them.
Mr. Sarpong, just the last one from me. Even as you engage on what you're doing now, I'm sure that you also have challenges. So I'd like to know what your challenges are and what we as a people can do to support what you're doing.
Thank you very much. From our side, we have noted the reluctance sometimes of the general public Two, for example, give the IDs when they want to transact. They want to transact at forex bureaus. People are reluctant. People don't insist on their receipts and want to educate the general public that just identify yourself and take receipt because it can save you, So that is the information you want to put out there. Just make sure that you identify yourself, insist on your receipt because you never know, So that is what we want to put out there.
Well, Mr. Sarpong, thank you very much for joining us. We're glad that you made time to speak to us this morning. We'll follow up, and when it becomes necessary to get back to you, we'll do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Right, so that's Yao Sarpong, who's head of other financial institution supervision department of the Bank of Ghana.
Some have billboards. It is perhaps the easiest way to get this related. For example, the Bank of Ghana cannot be very far from social media. They should just not follow my lead. They should just look for realtors in Ghana. Look at the kind of project and the projects they are listing. There are so many of them that are in dollars. The Bank of Ghana, I see them, so they should be seen right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to mention names so that it's made to look like I am actually giving them out. But this is so easy to find. If you were able to trace the people who are hiding in Accra Central and other places, really, this is far more easier. Sitting in an office, you can compile a very nice list. They add their contacts to it. Some of them are advertising for very big companies that are into the housing industry. They are actually charging, and we know them. And with some hotels, they have websites. Their websites are quoted dollars. So to say you cannot see some of this is quite surprising, clearly. Unless you have said that you want them to continue or you don't want to do anything about it. So as for those ones, we cannot pretend that we don't know it's happening or we don't care enough to deal with those ones. Let's be fair, if that's what we are saying. Or they are not so big an issue that we want to concentrate on. Perhaps they're not contributing much. Maybe the entire illegal space, this is just 10%, so they're not concentrating on the 90%.
Right. There
should be some reason why we think others can do it, and we turn a blind eye on it. And for not being able to identify them, that can be a reason. It's easier, actually, to be able to trace these people by sitting in your office. If I can trace them with no extraordinary technical competence, surely the Bank of Ghana should be able to do the same thing. And so but generally, if you're able to rid our system of those who flout our laws, and we insist that people comply with the laws of this country, and we do it so well that, listen, people go and look at the people who are actually listing properties in dollars and all of that, and the ranges that they give people. There are excuses that if you do it in the cities, it looks too huge an amount.
Right.
And that the dollar appears to be a better, and they want the dollars too. They are not asking to pay in cedi. Anyway, so we cannot pretend Raymond, that we don't know where they are.
What's the illegality? The illegality is the fact that you quote in dollars.
Yes.
It's not because you are necessarily taking dollars.
Yeah, but you are quoting dollars means you are taking dollars. You take in dollars, or they take in cedis too.
Because
if I were to make available dollars to you, they'll take them.
They will. Yeah. But I guess generally it's the other option that you get in terms of if you were to quote it in cedis, it would sound very expensive.
That's the
But if you said $100, then it would. Yeah. But I don't think maybe.
In fact, people are renting in terms of properties in what they call it dollars. It's all over the place, and I'm saying that
it's everywhere.
You just do the search realtors in Ghana. You see many of them in this category, and you see houses that are being listed and with the same pricing range in dollars. The people think your directive is only a name, or it will be for the few minutes or months that we are complaining about the exchange rate. If we stop complaining about the exchange rate, the standard practice in this country has been that the central bank and these operators also go to sleep. So there's no enforcement. And we come back to do it because I remember when we had similar, some time ago, 2014, 2015, we in fact, we were all over the place with similar things. We rounded up people, we said we're going to do that. If you do occasional application of laws, this is what happens.
But you see, this is it. All of us know. In fact, Greda has been in this studio before. And the question has been put, why do you price in dollars? They say it's so that I can stay in business. They have told you.
Yeah.
They're pricing in dollars so they can stay in business. So automatically you know that people price in dollars. This is not something you're going to, it's not something done
that requires
secretly
CID to do
that you'd have
private
to struggle.
investigation on.
So, Mr. Sarpong says it's one of the things they are going to be looking into.
There are billboards mounted.
Yes,
by
so
people are selling buildings in this country.
No,
he
says that the public should report these things. We will help them by getting them to know these things that are happening, in the country. Oh yes, because look, someone just sent me a message. SEPS will calculate your duty in dollars and charge.
Oh yes, at the ports.
Yes,
that's
and
formal. Actually,
rate.
it's official.
It's official. That's what they do for you. Yes,
that's what they do.
That one, because you bought the things in dollars, they will calculate it in dollars for you. That's normal. But my point is, today hotels in this country, not only initially we used to think that it was only hotels in Accra that did that. Not only in Accra.
Oh, I
Go
see.
to the Western region.
I know.
Go to the Eastern region. You see hotels that are pricing in dollars.
But you see, Raymond and Winston, if we had a stronger city, would people still be interested in quoting in dollars? I still feel like the fundamentals, we have to work on the basics.
No,
and then it will be easier
we have created laws
building
for a
on
reason.
these.
No, my point is that we have created laws for a reason.
But
people would always want to step some of these laws. Your excuse cannot be that the city is not strong enough. So
I agree with
I want
you.
to abuse the laws of this
I
country.
agree with you, but at this
then
point,
there will not be
when
any
we
reason
have,
for having any other law
at
in the
this
first
point when
place.
we have the city depreciating so much, listen, you can say it, you can give it out as a directive.
Yeah.
But you talk about the person who is building, who is selling to build again. Will they be able to, if they did it in cities, will they be able to use that city to buy materials for the next building? See, that's the defense that they put up.
Yeah,
the city is not strong enough.
While that is the defense that they put up, I think we can also do the analysis and find out, at the time they were buying the materials, how much did it cost them? Because you build and block. When you finish and you're selling, yes, it may delay over a period. So for those who come, the rates that are calculated for them should be static. Okay? So
but the argument is that
no, I'm making a point.
To raise money.
Yes, I'm making a point.
To build the next building.
I'm making a point you would understand. So this is it. I have put in place. I have built for you, and I have actually added my profits to it, selling it to you. If you decide to buy it on credit, I would add more money to it for you. True or false? What we have seen in most of the instances is that these people go for mortgages. So if you're going for a mortgage, if you go to a financial institution, you're giving the money, the one that you can pay, you pay, and that's it. If the real estate developer decides to give you, say, 5 years to pay, he's expected to factor in, the interest. And factoring in the interest, a good real estate person would also factor in the appropriate rate of depreciation over the period and charge you in cedis. If we want to do that, we can do that. You can look at the trajectory of the Ghana cedi and say, over the period, this has been the rate of depreciation for the last 3, 4, 5 years. What we're experiencing this year is abnormal. But if you're doing that, you do that. The point is
going to say that if you're using the strategy in January, you would have failed woefully.
Mamavi, but let us not pretend that businesses will not go through challenges.
Yeah, of course.
Let us not pretend that way. It's a risk you're engaged in. Yeah. So if you want to transfer all your risk to your consumer, I'm surprised. I'm sorry, but that's not.
Ideally, it cannot be in business.
It cannot be in business.
But my biggest worry from this conversation, whilst what the Bank of Ghana is doing is commendable, is the insistence on the use of the Ghana card when we know that not all persons have it. You see,
that would be counterproductive.
When you issue a directive, you want the people to comply.
And it should be reasonable enough for people to understand that to be compliant.
It shouldn't be.
It's almost like the deadline for the registration on SIM cards.
See, when you do that, then even when you take these people out of the streets, listen, the transaction is not always done on the street. Sometimes they've got contact numbers that you can call and they will bring it to you, whether it's in your office or your home, wherever.
Everybody who I know actually who gets dollars from these people, they have the contacts. That's they bring the monies to them. We don't have to sound by to do. You don't have to go to what they call it, circle to get them. They really will come and do the transaction with you. But we should put in, and I think what we do as a state sometimes is we deploy only the stick without the carrots. What motivation are we giving the people to leave that system or get them regularized? A man, Alhaji, can do this work for 40 years without regularization. Alhaji only requires to be given the certification because he's done long enough, he has offices, he has enough money to go through the certification process. That's what we should be thinking about too. Let's not just drive them and pretend they don't exist when they're actually running the business and they're still affecting the system and using speculation and other things to destroy. When you put them properly in the category can regulate, then you are properly dealing with the problem.
We need to go for some messages from our partners. When we come back, we'll continue with this. We'll read some of your messages because, the bit about the real estate and, the pricing in dollars, what it does to the city is that over time, if you have to always, change. And, the funny thing is that because when it start pricing in dollars, you come and say, it's still $100. But, of course, the city may have depreciated. If they were to price in cities, they can't every week be increasing prices.
That's true.
Okay. But if you insist they price in cities also, it helps the consumers. Stay with us. We're right back after these messages.
Super Morning Show.
Some institutions touch lives, leaving lasting impressions, and are never forgotten. GCB, your biggest and largest bank in Ghana, is rewarding customers who activate their inactive account this season. From now till the end of October 2022, GCB is inviting all customers whose accounts have been inactive for over 2 years to activate their account and get exciting rewards. Go on, activate your account with any amount at any GCB bank branch nationwide. You may also activate your account on our online platform and enjoy the GCB experience. Customers who activate their account with 100 Ghana Cedi and above also get a 50 Ghana Cedi reward at the end of the month. Don't forget, terms and conditions apply. Hurry, get your account activated and link it to your Ghana card. Contact our customer service on 0302-681-531 or on toll free on 0800-422-422 for any information that you may require. GCB Bank PLC, your bank for life.
If you that long time,
Coachman, if me look, I go for training for abroad though. Now I get a doctorate for psychology. I go for training for some fresh Interplast pipe.
Hey, Atongo Bidato, you always have something new from Interplast.
See this pipe be very durable and correct. You fit say it be very potent. Look, like it be medicines if it could a bit Viagra serve. I could do press conference soon, I could tell the whole world how my new pipes go fit stop global warming. It be go fit face the desert heat, Eskimo cold, even the Swiss canal.
Atongo, it no be global warming, it be warming.
I mean, all it be the global now, whether warning or warming. See, it be the press conference where you will see why everybody for use PVC and HDPE pipes from Interplast. Interplast pipes be the best pipes. Very soon, Akosumbo and Boy themselves. Look, they don't go wait for rain because I got delayed HDPE pipes from the Red Sea and even global warning.
Hey, Atongo Bidato, international plumber with international pipes.
Interplast, wherever you are, we make sure water reaches you, even space.
Image Bureau and April Communications, in partnership with the National Theatre, presents.
Stanley, look, all hell will be let loose if now we're to see anything in the newspapers about me and Mary and living in Labone.
But why?
Because I live with Nashome in his cantonments.
No, son. You live with Mary in Labone.
That too.
Hey, you've got 2 homes?
Yes.
One here with Mary?
Yes.
And one with your girlfriend in East Cantonment?
Yes, only Nashome is not my girlfriend.
What is she? A German Shepherd?
She's my wife.
Run for your wife. Live at the National Theatre, Saturday 1st and Sunday 2nd October, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. Tickets are now selling for 100 Ghana cedis at Bachona Total, Koala, Frankie's, Tama Community 11 Shell, Nalem Store, X-Men, East Legon, or go to www.imagebureaugh.com or dial *365*2020 hash.
So you've got 2 wives?
Yes.
And 2 homes?
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Me myself, sometimes I'm surprised.
Prepare for the most hilarious comedy of your life.
The National Petroleum Authority, in collaboration with the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors and under the auspices of the Ministry of Energy and African Refiners and Distributors Association, is organizing the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2022, live at the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast Security, Accra, from the 28th to the 30th September 2022. This year's conference is under the theme Energy Transition in the African Petroleum Downstream Context, Prospects, Challenges, and the Way Forward. The special guest of honor for the event is His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, with Honorable Minister for Energy, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, also delivering an address. The conference is designed to actively bring to the fore the downstream petroleum industry's perspective and guidance on issues of governmental policy and regulatory framework. GIPCON 2022 will witness a convergence of regulators and downstream industry stakeholders from across the West African sub-region and beyond. It is a unique occasion to connect with many specialists in the downstream petroleum industry from all over the world. For registration, participation, opportunities for exhibition and sponsorship, kindly visit gipcon.com.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. So one of my friends who owns a hotel says, "Good morning, boss. I don't charge in dollars at my hotel. But I have hedged my prices against the US dollar due to the depreciating cedi, and also so that I don't regularly change my rate on my website."
So he charges in dollars in his house.
Hold on, I just said this, that look, because ordinarily you cannot change your rates every week. If you had it in cities, you go in. Every week you can't change your rate. So what they do is that they peg it in dollars. When you come, is the city that is rather going. That is depreciating. So you pay more.
So blame the city.
So they tell you.
But why can't they? No, why can't they change their rates every week?
I'm coming.
Because you see, some of them. If I'm actually booking a hotel, there are different rates depending on where I'm booking it from. Be for bookings, be for Expedia, any of the other sites. They give different rates. That means that there are some variable elements to it too. So they can really do that.
And it says, so let me read it again. It says, I don't charge in dollars but at my hotel, but I have hedged my prices against the dollar due to the depreciating cedi, and also so that I don't regularly change my rate on my website. For instance, my standard room costs $55 a night at a rate of 8.5 Ghana cedis. We display the cedi equivalent at the front desk. You cannot survive if you don't do that. That's what he says. And another one that says, one of the issues with people quoting in dollars like hotels is that they don't use the BOG rates. And almost every country I've been to, hotels quote in dollars but use a national reference rate. If you're a foreigner, they quote in dollars to you. But I say, if I am coming into your hotel, a Ghanaian, and you quote dollars to me.
No, but the thing about not using the BOG rate is true. Because to all intents and purposes, most of the time, the BOG rate is unrealistic. Yeah, it's a far cry from the reality.
Of course, right now if you get to the bank of, I will just check the rate today for you, okay? If you go to the Bank of Ghana website, I check it right for you, and it's not even up to 9 cities. Hold on a minute, let me just check it out for you.
But is it realistic that you're clearing goods and you're paying in dollars, and you're asked not to sell or quote the selling price in dollars? We have to check the fundamentals. Because even the customs people are quoting in dollars.
They calculate your duty in dollars. And
See?
you pay in cedis. Because whatever you bought,
So the
you bought in
variable
dollars.
rate, though, that's what's affected it.
Yeah.
So your justification, you're buying the building materials in dollars. You're buying the pharmaceutical products in dollars. Everything is in dollars.
So the Bank of Ghana is buying at 9 CD 3 pesos. So 9.035. 9.035. And selling at 9.04. On the forex market, based on what I saw yesterday, if they're selling to you is 10.4. 10.4. The BOG is 9.04.
Darrow mentioned 10.3 or
10.3,
something like that. Yeah.
10.33 or so?
Yes, Darrow mentioned 10.33, but I saw 10.4 yesterday where I went. Okay, that's what I saw yesterday when I went there. But
anyway,
I mean, a lot of you have been telling us. So this hotelier, who's my friend, says, tell your colleague we deal with international guests and can't quote and change our rates every day. I have used 8.5 to the dollar for a very long time. But if we the Ghanaians come, quote it in cedis.
Okay.
Don't peg it to the dollar of the day.
Okay.
Don't peg it to the rate of the day. Just quote it in cedis. Well, like he says, it's actually seen when you get there, is in, cedis on the front desk. But that's a challenge.
No, but guys, if the thing is $200 and you are still paying the city equivalent of the $200,
but it's the rate that matters.
Over
here.
time,
what I'm saying is
that
keeping a very stagnant rate.
Yes,
for
but
a very
over
long
time,
that makes sense to me.
But over time, what I will do is that if I patronize your hotel often, over time, what I would do is I would no longer be paying with cedis.
Yeah.
I will look for dollars.
Yeah.
So if I look for dollars, at least I know. I mean, look, let's say I have $1,000 today, and next year the cedi depreciates to 12 Ghana cedis. That is 12,000 cedis. But I still will pay you $1,000. Okay. So if you keep pricing in dollars, what I will do is that I'll begin to look for dollars
and contribute to the same problem of
to the same
supply.
problem
the pressure
that we're talking about.
on the city.
It's the reason that we say, do it in cities. Let the cedi be the main currency that we all want to price in, so that we don't put pressure on the Ghana cedi by wanting to change into dollars.
Yeah.
Part of the thing, we'll be hearing from the president briefly, part of the things he talked about when he addressed the UN was the fact that today, because of the interest rates in the US, for instance, people are actually closing their accounts, okay, in developing countries and putting it in these bonds and bills in the US, which makes business sense.
Anyway, well, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. It means wherever you are right now, you can log on to kingdomstoreonline.com. You don't have to physically go into any of their branches. And good news is they will also arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time. They offer free delivery if you happen to be in Accra and Tema, and they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmark.
Now, your car is your best friend, and best friends need more than just any other oil. With over 50 plus years expertise in lubricants, technology, and recommendations from renowned car manufacturers, Shell brings you the world-class Shell Helix and Shell Rimula lubricants. Our Shell Helix range with its state-of-the-art gas-to-liquid technology is the number one engine oil that cleans your engine for better performance than conventional lubricant in the market. Engineered specially for heavy-duty engines, Shell Rimula provides reliable and consistent protection against deposits and works hard to give you peace of mind to focus on your core job. Our oil specialists and lube bay mechanics are trained to understand your car and guide you the right way of maintenance. Make a stop at any Shell service station and let us help you choose the right motor oil from a complete range of products and benefit from our additional vehicle checks for free. Shell lubricants designed for ultimate engine performance.
Are you an accomplished leader or an emerging leader and desire to see great leadership on the continent? Then join Live to Lead. conference for a full-day leadership event on Friday, October 7. Live to Lead is organized by the John Maxwell Company, live from Atlanta, Georgia, and discussed around the globe. Theme, Leading with Integrity for the Common Good, and is delivered by world-class speakers. Speaking this year are John C. Maxwell, world-acclaimed #1 leadership expert and best-selling author. Also, Patrick Acquah, President, Ashesi University, Madam Patricia Obonai, CEO, Vodafone Ghana, Uncle Abel White, renowned playwright, Gwyneth Addo, CEO of the Hair Center, Madam Kathleen Adi, Chairperson of the NCCE, and other international speakers. Date is Friday, October 7, 2022, virtual on the Leader Pass platform, and the rate is 799 Ghana cedis. Call 054-666-5826 or 0244-012-450. Visit livetoleadghana.com for more information. Partners, Goldfields, Joy FM, Village of Hope, Global Share Alliance, EcoBank, Stanbic Bank, KPMG, Holland, APSA, and UBA. Live to Lead is brought to you in Ghana by CTL Africa, Yaupebi Team, and SJA Consult.
Mamavi, so let me just chip this in. Someone sent a message that says, everywhere around the world where he's been, the hotels quote in dollars. Now, when I was in Addis Ababa, the guys were actually trying to get me to buy things in dollars.
Okay,
but whatever. The simple thing I did was, you don't worry. You tell me how much it is in your country. Hold on a second. They're giving me $1. So this one is $5. I said, no. Don't give me the dollar rate. How
is
much
this black market or this is
It's not black
proper?
market. It's in a hotel. I said, you give me, how much do you sell it? And if you do the calculations, you realize that if you give them dollars, you'd have paid more. Look, a drink that costs you 100 bill, the person say, give me $10 for this, which is more than that.
I love my Ghana.
So it's something that was being done. But some of these things, people also do it. Of course, once they see you're a foreigner, they would quote in dollars to you because they know that you'll be, it will be easier for you to understand in dollars than in their local currencies, trying to convert here and there. But if it's your birthday, MTN is saying that because it's your special birthday, you deserve great birthday gifts on all of us. Now, on your birthday, you get up to 3 hours of free talk time and 25 free text messages to call and text all your friends and family on MTN. And that's not all. You also stand the chance of getting birthday cakes and e-vouchers to grab your own birthday gifts at some of your favorite shops and supermarkets. So you know where all the birthday fun day, right? Join the biggest family in Ghana and let's chill on your special day by kind courtesy MTN. Please note that all terms and conditions apply. And talking about birthdays, your birthday is on Saturday, Mamavi.
Yay!
Yes. I have to enjoy that day. Anyway, this is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Football's greatest season is here, and DSTV is the stadium with all the action. Enjoy every single match from the FIFA World Cup, Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, the UEFA Europa League, and the UEFA Champions League. The greatest football from the greatest leagues around the world. Ronaldo, Haaland, Messi, Salah, Afena-Gyan, and Benzema. All week, every week. Get your decoder today for just 169 Ghana cedis and upgrade to Compact and be part of sport's greatest stadium only on DSTV. DSTV, it's your moment.
When the world looks at my child, they just see an energetic 8-year-old. But I see more. My Lucy is going to become captain of her school volleyball team, keep excelling in class, and do great things one day. I see a champion. So when I give her Milo with her breakfast every day, it's all part of waking up the champion in her.
Don't just wake up your child, wake up the champion in her. Let Milo with Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa help wake up the champion in your child every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my name is Mamavi Owusu-Aboagye, an entrepreneur and a mother of two. My work keeps me busy most of the time and sometimes it takes me away from my family. But the safety and health of my family is very important to me. As a working mother, I cannot afford to take any chances when it comes to matters of health. That is why I signed up for a family healthcare plan from Equity Health Insurance. My family and I have access to over 700 hospitals, clinics, opticians, dentists, pharmacies, and diagnostic centers across the length and breadth of Ghana. With Equity Health Health Insurance, I no longer have to worry about medical bills. Anytime a member of my family visits a hospital, Equity Health Insurance has got my family and I covered. What about you? Who has got you covered?
Call Equity Health Insurance on 050-660-7910 and talk to them about your family health needs now. Visit equityhealthinsurance.com for more information. Equity Health Insurance, here for you.
Oktoberfest is here again. Ghana's premier five-star hotel, Labadi Beach Hotel, brings you another exciting edition of the biggest beer festival in the world, Oktoberfest 2022. Performing live is the Bayern Boys Band from Germany. Catch all the fun with German traditional food and beer at the plush Labadi Beach Hotel from the 7th to the 9th of October 2022. For reservations and enquiries, call 0302-772-501 or 054-443-1213. Oktoberfest Beer Festival. Come, let's party.
I do praise, yeah, but him. I do praise, yeah, not quite sober. I do praise 2022 is sponsored by DBS Industries Limited. Roofing Papa Fie. To roofing sheet every DBS Industries Limited. Nanyam Bossu free and from out. Freya, I was 0240 84 44 44. I do praise 2022 is sponsored by Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise. Phone, accessories, any air condition Papa Fie. 21st Clinic, the sciatica experts. Nayas toothbrush. Ayula gripe water and Molly's baby oil. Phyto sunflower oil. You deserve a life of goodness. AA charcoal toothpaste. Fluoride free. Made in Ghana. Anas Boy Enterprise. Unimte Ankasa. I do praise. Yeah, baby.
Football kukuta mene ni ede ba ofie. Go TV adarumanti. Jojo wo ofie na je usi TV se. Go TV the leagues and the cup competitions e bonson. Ebre wo Super Sports so. Hwesenia Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Europa, and the FA Cup nyina do koso wo den. Train near the FIFA World Cup no so be pi so. Better football day here. Je wo Go TV decoder. 89 Ghana cedis per. Na hwe football kukuta season fufuro. Go TV. Love it.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
House, where do you live? Do you want quality but affordable roofing sheets, blocks, granites, pavement blocks, marbles, paint, polytanks, home security, and anything construction? If this is your worry, then worry no more. Your superstation Love 99.5 FM is here again with the Kumasi edition of the Habitat Fair 2022, which brings together finance houses, construction firms, real estate developers, dealers in furnishing, and many more. This event is slated for Friday, 30th September to Sunday, 2nd October 2022 from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Habitat Fair 2022 is brought to you by your superstation Love 99.5 FM. Love FM Habitat Fair, home ownership where you live matters. Oktoberfest is here again. Ghana's premier five-star hotel, Labadi Beach Hotel, brings you another exciting edition of the biggest beer festival in the world, Oktoberfest 2022. Performing live is the Bayern Boys Band from Germany. Catch all the fun with German traditional food and beer at the plush Labadi Beach Hotel from 7th to 9th October 2022. For inquiries and reservations, kindly call 0302 772 501 or 0544 431 213. Come, let's party. 7th to 9th of October. Are you ready for the World Cup on Go TV? It will be bigger and better as we bring you all 64 games live. While Ghana gets ready to cheer on our Black Stars to the top, follow the team's preparations as it begins the journey to Qatar with some international friendlies. GoTV gives you a front row seat as the Black Stars take on Brazil on Friday, September 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Will the Black Stars prove their skeptics wrong with a victory, or will it be business as usual for Brazil? Stay connected with as little as 50 Ghana cedis and see all the new additions to the Black Stars team in action. Indeed, better football day here. GoTV, love it. Question: have you registered your SIM numbers yet? Well, in line with the National Communications Authority's directive to get all SIM cards re-registered, SIM has demarcated special registration points close to your community to help you register your MiFis and routers. You can also visit any SIM shop near you to register with your Ghana card. Remember, no registration, no service. So register your SIM numbers today to avoid disconnection. SIM, better together. Well, we'll take you back to the UN General Assembly, and our President Acquah spoke yesterday. We want to bring you a bit of what he said.
Mr. President, as we would say in Ghana, our world is currently not in a good place. The World Bank observed last Thursday that the global economy was enduring its steepest slowdown since 1970. 2 years ago, our world came to a thundering halt as we cowered from a health pandemic, from an unknown malicious virus, coupled with a devastating global economic pandemic. High budget deficits were no longer concerns of only developing nations. By 2021, COVID-19 had pushed Africa into the worst recession for half a century. A slump in productivity and revenues, increased pressures on spending, and spiraling public debts confronted us without relent. As we grappled with these economic challenges, Russia's invasion of Ukraine burst upon us, aggravating an already difficult situation. It is not just the dismay that we feel at seeing such deliberate devastation of cities and towns in Europe in the year 2022. We're feeling this war directly in our lives in Africa. Every bullet, every bomb, every shell that hits a target in Ukraine hits our pockets and our economies in Africa. The economic turmoil is global, with inflation as the #1 enemy this year. It hit a 40-year high in the United States and United Kingdom in recent months. There's record inflation in the Eurozone. Several African countries have inflation rates surging 3 to 4 times higher than what they were just 2 years ago. In Ghana, we're experiencing the highest inflation for 21 years. The high costs of food are hurting the poor, especially the urban poor, the most. Moreover, the spillover from central banks raising interest rates to combat inflation has been severe beyond borders, as global investors pull money out of developing economies to invest in bonds in the developed world. This has led to depreciating currencies and increased borrowing costs, meaning we need to raise and spend more of our own currencies to service our foreign debts in US dollars. It has become clear, if ever there was any doubt, that the international financial structure is skewed significantly against developing and emerging economies like Ghana. The avenues that are open to powerful nations to enable them take measures that would ease pressures on their economies are closed to small nations. To make matters worse, credit rating agencies have been quick to downgrade economies in Africa, making it harder to service our debts. The tag of Africa as an investment risk is little more than in substance a self-fulfilling prophecy created by the prejudice of the international money market, which denies us access to cheaper borrowing, pushing us deeper into debts. The financial markets have been set up and operate on rules designed for the benefit of rich and powerful nations. And during times of crisis, the facade of international cooperation under which they purport to operate disappears. These are the savage lessons that we have had to take in as the world emerged from the grip of the coronavirus to energy and food price hikes and the world rise in the cost of living. The necessity for reform of the system is compelling. Mr. President, I'm a modern student of history, and I would say it is doubtful that any generation of inhabitants of this earth has ever witnessed such a perfect storm of global economic chaos, a war with global consequences, and an unwillingness or inability to find a consensus to deal with the catastrophe.
Super Morning Show. All right, so you had the president. Ray.
I agree with the president 100%. Let's be fair to the continent. And Winston, you and I were talking about this thing from yesterday. So permit me to come back to the same point that when we were told that build a common market in Africa, you will build a bigger financial system, which will be of use to you, which will be of formidable nature so that you can compete with the rest of the world, and that your scattered individual countries, they don't hold enough capital, they don't hold enough gravitas, they don't hold enough population to fight the big economies, the exploitative economies of the West. This was said as far back as the 60s. But I'm happy that we are now trying to get back on the same horse. The president is right. He is right in saying that Africa gets to be treated unfairly all the time because we have not put our house in order. And we should admit that too. Even when people start on the right course, they lose focus and become something else. Sometimes we should look within and not without. But the world has to be on a fair footing for all of us. Some of us are joining late. We should not be treated like those who have actually exploited us and used our people for slavery and all of the other things the same way. Even if they don't want to be felt, listen to what's happening just in France. When the IMF boss met the French president, she begged the guy to let go of 30% of their special drawing rights so that economies in Africa can get support.
Raymond, before I say anything, let me say happy birthday to Nutepe Okujeto of Allied Oil, and also happy birthday to Governor Kwame Agboja, who's the Member of Parliament for Adaklu. Happy birthday to you, Kwame Agboja. And also happy birthday to Mrs. Love Aklasi. I pray that this day brings you joy, blessings, good health, wealth, and long life. I love you loads, and it's from your brother, Jerry Jabe Disu. And a final one here before we go. It's a happy first birthday to my dear niece, Renisa Alaya Na Botele Botier of Nungwa Cold Store. I wish you good health and good wealth in everything you do from Anku Lechu. Look, the president has spoken very well. But there's one thing I learned from the late Komala Dumont. He says there is nothing like an African standard or a Ghanaian standard. There's only one standard, international standard, global standard. Raymond,
yes,
Mamavi, the world would not wait for you.
You're asking for a fair playing field.
The world would not wait for you.
Or else we'll demand it out of them.
So begin to demand it, and you know what to do to demand it. Have a lovely day.
Before we go, of course, we're ending with this new one from Black Sheriff Soldier. But listen, just to say happy birthday to Ya Boahima Ochre, PRO Regional Coordinator in Council Accra. It's your birthday today. Enjoy it. Also, Samira Sule, Ishmael, the daughter of the Vice President of the Republic. I love you more and Allah bless you. It's from your husband, Isifu Ishmael, MD of Husky Farm. And to set Kwame Boateng, enjoy your birthday from your beautiful wife and your kids.